Captain Tom Reed clutched the antique revolver in his weathered hands. The century-old Colt Python had belonged to his great-grandfather, a relic of Earth's violent past that had somehow found its way onto humanity's most advanced exploration vessel. The gleaming chrome finish and wooden grip stood in stark contrast to the sleek, polymer-constructed energy weapons that his crew carried. "A museum piece," First Officer Jenkins remarked, eyeing the six-shooter with skepticism. "Sir, with all due respect, why bring that aboard?" Reed smiled, running his thumb over the worn hammer. "Family tradition. My ancestors never left Earth without it." The Curiosity had been dispatched to investigate an anomalous signal from the previously uncharted planet, designated KR 592. Initial scans revealed a breathable atmosphere and evidence of intelligent life, the first such discovery since humanity's exodus from Earth 50 years prior. The landing party consisted of Reed, Jenkins, and Science Officer Miller, who piloted their shuttle down to the planet's surface. As they descended through wisps of purple clouds, Reed tucked the revolver into his belt, an action that drew another disapproving glance from Jenkins. They touched down in a clearing surrounded by strange crystalline formations that seemed to pulse with internal light. Miller's instruments detected multiple life forms approaching their position. "Remember protocol," Reed cautioned. "Non-threatening posture, universal greeting signal, and no weapons unless absolutely necessary." The aliens that emerged from behind the crystal structures walked upright on three legs, their bodies covered in metallic scales that shifted color with their movements. 6 black orbs arranged in a circle served as eyes on their bulbous heads, and they communicated through a series of clicking sounds that Miller's translator struggled to interpret. "Greetings," Reed called out, raising his empty hands. "We come in peace." The translator finally calibrated, converting the aliens' clicks into understandable speech. "Humans," the largest one said, stepping forward. "We have observed your kind for many cycles. I am Elder Grax." Introductions went smoothly, and the humans were invited to the aliens' settlement, a sprawling metropolis of crystal and metal that hummed with energy. The aliens, who called themselves the Vex, seemed friendly if cautious, explaining that they had monitored human communications for decades. During a formal dinner in what appeared to be a ceremonial hall, Elder Grax questioned Reed about humanity's technology. When Reed mentioned that humans still occasionally used chemical projectile weapons, the entire hall erupted in clicking laughter. "Primitive explosions to propel metal," Grax chittered, his scales shifting to a bright orange that Miller's data suggested indicated amusement. "We abandoned such inefficient methods eons ago." To demonstrate Vex superiority, Grax activated a shimmering energy weapon that materialized from his scales. "Particle manipulation," he explained. "We control matter at the subatomic level." The tension in the room shifted subtly. Where there had been curiosity, Reed now sensed condescension. "Perhaps a demonstration?" Another Vex suggested, scales flashing eagerly. "Show us these chemical weapons." Reed hesitated but removed his revolver, careful to point it away from anyone. "This is an antique, not representative of our current technology." The Vex circled around, clicking in what the translator identified as mockery. "So primitive that it uses mechanical action," Grax exclaimed, "and only 6 projectiles before becoming useless." Reed tucked the gun away, uncomfortable with the sudden shift in atmosphere. As the dinner concluded, Miller whispered a warning. "Captain, my scans indicate their neurotransmitter equivalents have changed. I don't think their intentions are friendly anymore." The scientist was right. As they prepared to return to their shuttle, a group of armed Vex blocked their path. Elder Grax approached, scales now a deep red. "Your species is too dangerous to allow free travel," he announced. "We have decided you will remain here for study. Your vessel and technology will be analyzed and replicated." Jenkins reached for her energy pistol but found it wouldn't activate. "Some kind of dampening field," she muttered. Reed glanced at the revolver on his hip, a mechanical device immune to the Vex's electronic interference. He slowly reached for it as he attempted diplomacy. "Elder Grax, there's no need for hostility. Our governments can establish peaceful. Your governments will never know what happened to you," Grax interrupted, raising his particle weapon. In one fluid motion, Reed drew the Colt Python and fired. The round struck Grax's weapon, causing an unexpected reaction. The bullet's lead and copper composition created a catastrophic feedback in the alien technology's particle matrix. The weapon began to glow, then melt, spreading to Grax's metallic scales. The other Vex scattered in panic as their dampening field collapsed. Jenkins quickly activated her weapon, clearing a path to the show. "How did you know that would happen?" Miller asked as they raced back to the craft. "I didn't," Reed admitted, holstering the smoking revolver. "But sometimes old technology has advantages precisely because it's simple. No computers, no energy fields, just chemistry and physics." As they lifted off, Reed watched the Vex settlement receding below them. The aliens hadn't expected a primitive projectile to interact so violently with their advanced particle manipulation technology. Their arrogance had been their undoing. Back aboard the Curiosity Reed filed his report, carefully documenting the encounter and the unexpected vulnerability in Vex technology. The revolver sat on his desk, a reminder that humanity's past might still have lessons to teach even as they reached for the stars. Jenkins entered his quarters, her earlier skepticism replaced with grudging respect. "Family tradition, huh?" Reed nodded, a slight smile crossing his face. "My great-grandfather used to say, 'Sometimes the old ways work when the new ways fail.' I never thought I'd prove him right among the stars." The Curiosity broke orbit, leaving KR 592 behind, but carrying valuable information about a potential new threat, and an important lesson about not underestimating the seemingly primitive. Sometimes the oldest technology could still surprise those who had forgotten the fundamental principles upon which it was built.